So again, everyone, welcome. This is our Year 5 annual kickoff for our ACORNSCITE programs. We're going to start with our introductions of our ACORNS team. Go ahead, Ms. Geneva.
I'm Geneva. I'm the project coordinator for ACORNS and CITE now. We are missing our CITE coordinator currently. It's vacant, so if you know anybody that's qualified in the area, send them our way.
I'm Julie Villa. I am our health education specialist. If you have any questions in regards to technical assistance, payments, those kind of things, all of those will be referred over to me. Go ahead, Eugene.
Hi, I'm Eugene Kwan, and I'm the program evaluator for ACORNS and CITE.
Hi, I'm El Nino Guarino. I'm the new epidemiologist here on staff.
And we're also going to have our CTech and our Epi staff. We're going to have them introduce themselves as well. So go ahead, Tiffany.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Ta, and I'm one of the epidemiologists here at the California Tribal Epidemiology Center. Some of the staff who are going to be introducing themselves in a second. We are on the GWIC grant, the GWIC project. GWIC is, for those who are not aware what GWIC is, we are the Good Health and Wellness in Indian Country, and we do evaluation on chronic disease prevention in California.
Hello, my name is Alma Katero-Eder, and I am the research associate.
Hello, my name is Yenji Ureñez. I'm the outreach coordinator for CTech.
Hi, my name is Amara Farouk. I'm also one of the epidemiologists here at CTech, and I'll be working on the GWIC evaluation for this year.
Hi, my name's Carol Madem, and I'm not part of the CTech team, but I am the crib planner and grant writer, and that means that if you ever need help regarding program development or evaluation or grant reports, writing future grants, I'm able to help you in all of those areas. All you need to do is contact me or contact Geneva, and she'll put you in touch with me, and I'll be able to help you. Just wanted to let you know that's a service that CRIB offers, and I'm eager to step in and give you some assistance anytime.
Okay, so just to kind of give a little bit more context to the GWIC and the CTech folks that introduced themselves, they are going to be doing, so Eugene is responsible for the evaluation of our ACORNS program. They're sort of doing a higher level evaluation of all the GWIC programs in California. And so part of their project this year is they're going to be doing some needs assessment. So either they'll be coming out with us on site visits to kind of like last year to do either some surveys or interviews, or they might be coming out there by themselves to conduct some of those things. So we just want to make sure that you could see their faces and know that they'll be contacting you potentially to come out and visit or do some sort of survey or interview, just so they're not like strangers when that comes around.
So now I'm back after the musical chairs we just played. I'm going to start with roll call. So what I want you guys to do is when I call your agency name, if you can give your name, your tribal affiliation, and what your role is with the ACORNS or CITE project. So Big Pine.
Don't forget to unmute yourself. So she did in the chat.
Okay. So Lowe Stewart is our, she's the
Wellness Center Director.
Wellness Center at Big Pine. So next I have Big Valley.
Hello, I'm Kristen. I am from Big Valley Rancheria, and I am the site coordinator.
Bishop. Bishop? All right, Bridgeport?
Hi, I'm Colleen Tabor, Bridgeport Indian Colony, environmental director, but I do the ACORNS and CITE.
Thank you. Cloverdale?
Darlene Marsh, Cloverdale Rancheria, project manager, ACORN and CITE.
Vicki, are you on there as well? Can I have you introduce yourself? Okay, moving on to Cold Springs.
I'm Jennifer Williamson. I'm the new wellness manager at Cold Springs.
Welcome, Jennifer. Elam?
Hi, my name is Catherine, and I am the executive assistant and assistant to Kim Cavagna.
Thank you. Welcome, Catherine.
Yes, thank
Greenville?
Oh, they're not.
Okay. Hopland? Kathy Little Bear's on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Indian Child and Family. If you can unmute yourself. Indian Child and Family, thank you.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Quatemo here with Indian Child and Family.
Good morning. Lake County.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
This is Jamali from Lake County Tribal Health. Nice to meet you all.
Lone Pine.
Hi, my name is Mariah David. I am the Wellness Coordinator for Lone Pine, and I am a member of the San Carlos Apache Tribe.
Manchester Point Arena. Miss Linda.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. My name's Linda Lawson. I work here at the Manchester Point Arena Tribal Office. I also am a member, and I am the project manager for our ACORNS.
Matheson.
Hi, I'm Kristen Osana. I am grant coordinator for Matheson Clinic, the Chicken Ranch Rancheria.
Welcome, Kristen. Moortown. No. Northern Valley. Anyone from Northern Valley on?
Hi, this is Terry Martins. I'm the Outreach Director for Northern Valley Chico, and I am the Project Coordinator.
Welcome. Native Women's Health, Miss Norma.
Hey, I'm unmuted, yes. So Norma Adams with the Native Women's Health and Wellness on the Hoopa Valley Indian Reservation. And we also have my project lead, Monique.
Monique Sunoki.
Yes, and can you see us?
No.
We can't see you.
But we can hear
you. Okay, we're here. We can see you.
Pinoleville.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Elena.
Okay, awesome. Hi, I'm Eileen. I'm from Pinoleville, part of the project management team for the ACORN grant here.
Good morning. Redwood Valley. She's on here. I know she's on here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Giselle. I'm the education coordinator at the Redwood Valley Rancheria, and I'm the team lead for the ACORNS and the CITE grant.
Riverside.
Hi, how's it going, guys? My name is Daniel Mazza. I am the fitness specialist here at Riverside San Bernardino County Indian Health, and I'm a Kuya tribal member.
Nice, welcome. Round Valley.
Hello, my name is Angelica P. I usually have Julie Russ with me, but she's on a training right now. I'm from the Round Valley Indian Tribes and work at the Round Valley Wellness Center, do a lot of community outreach, a lot with the CITE.
Thank you. And Santa Ynez.
Hello, this is Nikki Zavala. I'm the cultural director as well as the project or co-project manager for ACORN.
Welcome.
Well, welcome everyone.
Is there anyone that didn't introduce themselves?
Has anyone on here that hasn't introduced yourself?
Me, Rosalie Fimbres.
Okay, Rosalie.
Bishop. Hey, Rosalie.
Hi. I can see you guys, but you guys can't see me.
No worries. Do you want to tell everyone where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Bishop, California. I'm the Wellness Center attendant here in Bishop on the Bishop Paiute tribe, and I am a Bishop Tribal member as well.
Nice. Thanks. And looks like Greenville just logged on.
Ladies, you want to introduce yourselves? We can't hear you.
We've been here. I've just been trying to. Hi.
Hi.
Lucretia Fletcher, Executive Director with Greenville Rancheria. And we have Scott Harding, our IT Supervisor, and I have my new assistant, Tiffany. So good morning.
Good morning.
So is there anyone else? Miss Melissa Mesa, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
And if you aren't talking, feel free to mute your microphone.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Anything else? I'm hooked.
The overview.
Yeah. Okay. Is it still in presentation mode?
Go to display settings.
Okay.
I
thought I fixed this. Let's see.
Just 1 second, guys.
Display settings. Okay. Okay. All right. I think maybe that worked. Did that work? No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
I think it's me.
No, it didn't. So can you move the mouse?
Huh?
Go back to the presentation view.
All right, everyone, just a few technical difficulties and we'll be right back on.
Go to the presentation view in the bottom right-hand corner.
Uh-huh.
And then click that. And then if you look at the top
display settings.
There you go. And then click swap presenter view and slideshow.
Yay.
All right, we're all on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, Geneva and Julie.
Yes, dear.
It's Lucretia at Greenville. I have a question.
Yeah.
Will the presentation be available for printout? Because Jen's at another training. Scott and I have to leave at noon. So
no worries. Yeah, we'll send you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
This is your beautiful ACORNS team that we didn't show before.
So today we're going to be going over our grants deliverables, some of our group expectations. We're going to be going over our training needs survey results from all the surveys that you guys filled out. We're going to be going over those results. We're going to be talking about trainings, upcoming trainings, webinars and conferences, dates, and topics, technical assistance, and more. We're going to be going over our reporting templates and format. We're going to be discussing success stories because those are things that we're going to be gathering from you guys, or your success stories. And then we're going to be going into ESAG. So our grant deliverable dates. So January 18th, 2019 is going to be our ACORNSCITE first progress report. Like, we're going to send these slides out to you, so you'll have all these dates. April 19th, 2019 is going to be the ACORNSCITE second progress report. July 19th, 2019, ACORNSCITE third progress report. September 27th, 2019 is going to be our final report. We'll go into due dates and getting those in another slide. September 29th, 2019 is going to be our ACORNSCITE success stories. Those are your guys' successes that you're going to be submitting to us. September 29th, 2019 is going to be the completion of the site visit and participation in at least 5 ACORNSCITE sponsored trainings. So we're going to be doing our resource meeting. We're going to be doing regional meetings, numerous meetings, and at least 5 webinars that we want you guys to be attending.
So the September 29th date is like the end of the project year. So our project dates are from November 12th to September 29th of next year. So the success story is technically due on those dates. If you get it done before then and you want to submit it, or if there's a process on that, we can do that. Same with the site visit. We'll be the ones kind of reaching out to you to schedule those. But do be thinking now about when in your project year or the next project year would be a good time. Also considering some weather and travel, since we'll be coming by car most likely. And then the 5 ACORNSCITE sponsored trainings. So this counts as one of them. So yay, you're all checked one off. And so you have 4 more, and any of the in-person, regional, or webinars count as attendance on those. So there's going to be a lot of things offered. So hopefully making 5 shouldn't be too challenging. Okay.
So going into the group expectations.
I kind of changed it for you.
Okay.
So, so just to kind of go over group expectations. So for CRIB, our expectation to you guys as grantees is to provide timely response to your requests and your outreach, and also to try to provide appropriate training and technical assistance. But we also wanted to just kind of throw it out to you guys from the beginning. And as you've gone through, some of you are new, some of you have been working with us for a while. Are there things that you need from us as our team, or things that you kind of expect from us as your grantee or grantor? And feel free to either type things in the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself and share some stuff out, we'd love to hear what you guys need from us. I can't actually. Any comments? I can't actually see the chat.
So this would include like any shortcomings we may have had if you're like a subcontractor for year 4, things that you notice that we can do better to help you guys out throughout the year.
Okay.
We were just that good. There's nothing.
Okay, so a couple expectations that we have from you as grantees is timely submission of your grant deliverables. Certainly we're understanding if there's circumstances that prevent you from turning things in on time, but as a general standard, we do expect that things are submitted according to the grant deliverable deadlines, which we just went over. If there is any issue with that, we do expect timely communication with us about some of those challenges. So if you're going to have changes to your scope of work, like if you want to end up changing something in your work plan, or if you have barriers or unexpected things that come up that are going to prevent you from completing your project work, changes in your staff, circumstances that prevent you from meeting grant deliverables, and any training needs or technical assistance requests. So if those things come up, we do want you to reach out to us. It's easy to be able to be flexible and make changes, but we just have to know about it. And then we can move from there. So do those sound pretty reasonable to everybody? And are there other expectations you might have of yourselves as grantees that you want to talk about as a group? Does it sound reasonable?
Thumbs up, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Training needs survey results.
Hi. Whoop. Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to thank everyone for completing the training needs survey. You did it when you completed your application. And so from there, I kind of just took your results and we kind of found out what learning styles you like, as well as what kind of trainings you were looking for. So a majority of our subcontractors are interactive learners. And then they felt that they wanted to do more interactive trainings for year 5. Looking at the results from last year for all year 4 subcontractors, they felt there wasn't enough meetings, webinars, and trainings. And so we kept up around the same number of trainings for this year as well. So subject areas that you felt confident in included developing partnerships, strategic planning, organization, incorporating culture, and team management. And then next, the subject areas that you guys felt that you were lacking in or needed more assistance included grant writing, tobacco education, chronic disease prevention, and media and outreach. Next slide. So topic areas that we're going to be focusing on for this next year are going to be workplace wellness, sustainability, community engagement, leadership training, and team building. So the biggest thing is because we're entering the 5th year of our grant that we want to really focus on sustainability and giving you guys the skills and increasing your capacity as a team. We don't know if this grant is going to be renewed. And so in the future, if your tribe or tribal organization kind of does take on this grant, we want to set you up with the resources to kind of be able to do it and operate it on your own. Additionally, we want you guys to kind of really meld with each other this year and get to know each other and support one another. You guys are all over California, and so it'd be nice to have a really good network and be able to communicate and to kind of support each other in this program. So looking at the results, 95% of ACORNS subcontractors said they would be interested in attending presentations conducted by other grantees. So that's great. Everyone's willing to go and listen and hear from other subcontractors. But only 50% of you guys said that you'd be willing to present to other grantees. So ideally, which is kind of, so we want some more people to, we want everyone to feel comfortable presenting materials and, being proud. And, this also goes later into the success stories of your project and program. And so we want to get that number from 50% to 100%. Everyone should be willing to kind of present and to be able to share what skills they have, because everyone does have a skill, and it'd be awesome if everyone could share that. And then lastly, 77.4% of our subcontractors stated they would prefer an outdoor workshop style resource meeting. So if for those of you who are maybe new subcontractors this year, we do an annual resource meeting. And so last year it was in Roseville outside of Sacramento, and it was kind of in a building, and we did it inside, the majority of it. And so this year we're really going to focus on doing it outside and having more interactive and have it be a workshop style.
Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming trainings and conferences and webinars. I also just want to mention quickly that with the most recent webinar reminder email, there was a number of attachments attached to it. One of them included a important dates PDF paper that has our training schedule and our conferences and grant deliverable deadlines. So feel free to print that out and post that up somewhere. And then we also sent out a regional map and also a funding information sheet and our training and technical assistance request form, which Julie will talk about. So a couple of the 3 major ACORNS related conferences that are happening this year. So the survey results also said that June and April were the top 2 months for having our annual meeting. CITE has an annual meeting that's a data evaluation grant writing training Some of you might have gone to that last year. It was in March of last year in Sacramento. And we're going to be doing a similar training like that again, but this time we'll be doing the bottom half of the state. So we'll be in Southern California. We're not sure where, but all of you as grantees are invited to come. And I do believe that there is some funds for travel, compensating in travel. So I don't think it's coming from the ACORNS grant, but another grant is going to be supplying that. So I will get back to all of you guys on that, but I wanted to give you that date, April 23rd and 24th in Southern California. You're all invited to come and encouraged to come. And I think that there'll be support for travel. And it's intended specifically for you guys. So the next one is May 21st to the 23rd, which is the GWIC All Grantee National Conference. So this is a conference that is for every national grantee for the GWIC grant. So that's the Good Health and Wellness in Indian Country. That's from CDC. CRIB was a grantee of CDC. So it's all the grantees of CDCs and their sub-grantees are invited to join this conference. We don't have funds to help get you there, but you can use ACORNS funds to go if you would like to go. And it's a really great opportunity to network and see what people are doing across the country for health and wellness in Indian Country, and kind of meet other folks doing similar work as you. That being said, I think it will be a sort of grantee-led type of conference where they're going to be requesting that either CRIB or our sub-awardees, and then same with the other CDC grantees, come and present something. If you and your organization are interested in preparing some sort of presentation to discuss the work that you've done throughout your ACORNS project or have a skill you'd like to share on a national level, we would be able to maybe provide some funding to help you there because you're coming as a presenter. So just something to kind of think about, and you know, we can talk about it more if you have questions, or you can reach out to me individually. But certainly you guys are all welcome to come. It's in Albuquerque and it should be really informative and a good time. So then the final one is our group resource meeting. It's the ACORNSCITE annual meeting. We are really happy to announce that it's going to be at the Yakima Indian Education Center, which is just north of Santa Rosa a little bit. So it's kind of it's in a lot of your guys' backyard. And based off of our training needs survey, we're going to have it be taking place mostly outdoors in some of their back land area. It's going to be June 12th through the 13th. And we'll talk, I'll kind of go into that a little bit more. So let's see. Okay. So our focus for this year's annual resource meeting is going to be more on wellness through culture. I think that through our regional trainings and through our webinars, we kind of have a good opportunity to do a lot of kind of like the more like academic presentation type of things. And based off of the training results, you guys want more interactive workshops. So it's going to be outdoor, it's going to be hands-on, interactive workshop style. The space is large enough that you can camp. There's also a hotel about a 10-minute drive away from the garden. And as we're kind of in these planning stages, we're trying to figure out realistically what everybody's lodging preferences are. If you are interested and wanting to camp, or if you really would prefer a hotel, or some of you live close enough that you don't even want either and you'd rather go home, you know, afterwards. So I'm actually going to launch a quick poll question. So it should pop up on your guys' screen if you could just answer it, which to indicate your preferred lodging for this, so that we can make sure that we have the appropriate reservations and things made. And noting that it is going to be Sonoma County in the summer, so we kind of need to get our numbers in quick or sooner. So we're going to try this out. So I'm going to launch polling. So you should be able to select what your preferred method is.
Well, that was quick.
Hey, I don't see glamping on there.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention I'll also be setting up a glamping tent for those that are interested in glamping, full with the rugs and the tapestries.
Sparkly
My
lights.
personal masseuse, perhaps. Okay, looks like we have 25 of 33. Okay.
Have them email me.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like I'll share the results because that's a fun feature. So it looks like there's a handful of you that would be interested in camping, a handful that don't need lodging, and then the majority would prefer a hotel. So that's great, wonderful. We'll kind of figure out the logistics from that and go from there, but that's really helpful. Thank you. Okay, so the next thing is talking about the workshops. So we've been getting really excited about the potential of this conference, and like I know a lot of you guys in the feedback have said like we want retreat style stuff or more hands-on. So we're trying to be responsive to that and really celebrate the work that you guys are doing, and also again like culture, wellness through a cultural lens. So we want these to be grantee-led workshops primarily. A lot of you will be close enough that you're not having to travel too far, so you could bring some things from your community. These are a variety of topics that we kind of brainstormed that we, with people in mind that we, within your guys' group that could potentially lead these. And also knowing that it doesn't necessarily have to be you that leads it, but if you have somebody in your community that does basket weaving or does beading or makes medicine pouches, and they would be willing to come and share that, we would love to hear that. So just to kind of like throw a couple of things out there, I know that Layla, who is the director of Indian Child Family and Preservation, they do their youth culture workshop. They have elderberries on the thing. You could do like a native plant walk. I know that Northern Valley are doing a CHR training, and maybe you could present on one of the modules that you work on. I know we've got a lot of exercise folks that you could lead an exercise or movement group. I know there's some really great storytellers out there, and if they'd be interested in sharing, talking about storytelling or sharing some stories. Beading can be done as a meditative and social interaction. And also you get to have something to share. I know some people are really good at using their traditional foods like seaweed and abalone, and maybe want to share a recipe. But really just trying to think about your organization or the people in your community, and what are some of those wellness gifts that you have that you could share with the rest of us. And we're going to be kind of moving, getting some more information about it specifically as we move closer to it. But kind of like what Eugene said, I know a lot of you guys want to learn from each other, but are a little bit scared to present yourself. And we're happy to help you develop a presentation or some sort of workshop. Or if you just want to delve it out to someone in your community that can come and teach it on behalf of you. So that being said, I just want to maybe get some general feedback of what you guys think, and if anyone has any recommendations or ideas, because we're kind of going to be working on the planning part of this and then over the next few months. So any thoughts, feedback, or if you want to sign up now for a workshop, and before someone else snags it. Don't everyone jump at once. Okay. Well, feel free to put it in the chat or shout out and interrupt us. Oh, look, we have one chat. Okay, how many staff? So we are covering lodging for up to 2 staff members, but certainly if you think that there's people that would benefit from joining this, please invite them. We're happy to have more people show up and learn from each other. So
hello. Hello, this is Monique and Norma. We're definitely interested in doing some presents.
Yay, I kind of knew you would be, but.
We just couldn't figure out the unmuting thing.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so it looks like we have a youth dream starter. Lourdes Downey is a native plant project. Native Women's Health and Wellness wants to do something.
Texting, how do you text to them?
Perfect. Yeah. So it's going to be like in a really beautiful setting. The property itself is like up against the Russian River. There is a dance arena. There's fire pits. There is bikes that you can use on your free time and ride around the property if you want to. There's wild birds and wild boars, and the Cuauhtemoc, the garden manager, has a really awesome vegetable garden. I don't know if it's going to be going next summer, but they're going to be doing berries. They have a bunch of native plants. It's a really, really lovely space. So we're super excited to go out there and learn. Cool.
I would just like to add one thing in regards to the lodging and camping. The sooner I know, the better, because I'm going to have to coordinate that hotel and our rooms. So like Geneva said, there's 2 folks that we're going to be assisting with lodging. So if you do have more than that, I also need to know, because I have a set block of rooms. So just shoot me an email, so that really would help me out.
Okay, yeah, because Geneva and Julie, I think that our program would be interested as well. I just don't know how many people or exactly what we would do yet.
Okay.
Perfect.
And also you can always, I mean, even if, I don't know how close you are, but you can bunk up and someone sleep on the hotel floor if it worst comes to worst, or, you know, throw up a tent and they'll have to camp.
And we'll be there as well. Probably Veronica, Sandra, and I for sure, but Lydia may want to attend.
Okay.
And we'll probably do the traditional food demo, depending on if we could get everything down there to fry seaweed or something, if we could pick it, have someone pick it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Sweet. Cool. Okay. Anyone else have thoughts, questions, ideas about the resource meeting? Okay. So think about that. Talk to your team, talk to people in your community, and maybe get some ideas, and then let us know. We'll probably be sending out a little bit more information about that specifically. So just look for that. And just know that we do, it's not possible without participation. So we really appreciate all of your guys jumping in and being excited about this. So
I have a question on here in regards to camping, if there's going to be any places to shower for campers. That's kind of why we're doing this poll. If we have enough folks that want to camp, yes, I'm going to be renting showers. So kind of glamping, but there will be showers.
But they're kind of expensive, and we don't want to, you know, order a bunch of showers if there's like one person that wants to camp, and then we might just not camp. So, and Vicki had a great suggestion that it's raining, so you just step on outside and, you know, bring your bottle of soap, call it good. Okay. Chinese. Okay, awesome. So, moving right along. And are there RV trailer hookups? That I actually don't know. Cuauhtemoc, do you know if there's RV or trailer hookups on the property?
Don't know. I don't think there's any RV hookups there. There's porta potties and there's water and there is power out there. But I think it's like 120, and I don't think there's any RV hookups. So
okay.
There should be a dump site pretty close if that was a thing.
And it is only 2 days, so maybe you wouldn't have to be hooked up for, you know, you could go 2 days without being hooked up. Okay, and we'll find out about that. So we'll get some more information about RV trailer potential, and maybe that would change people's minds.
Yeah, I don't think there is either. I think there's just always been camping.
Okay. All right, so moving right along. Okay, so regional training. So a couple of you might remember Tiffany, who introduced herself earlier, and some of the other CTEC staff came out and did some interviews with you. And some of the findings that they had was that folks want more in-person training and more opportunities to connect on like in person as opposed to over the webcam. So we're going to try to do regional trainings. We divided you guys up into 4 regions, and our goal is to provide at least 1 in-person training per region. We're going to have those regional training topics be based on the needs that you identified on your training needs survey. So it will be like a little bit more tailored to what you guys requested specifically. And the next step in doing that is figuring out when would work for all of you, as far as like what dates for a regional training would work for your area. So I'm gonna just show you really quickly. Eugene made a really beautiful little map that divided you into regions. You can see that region 1 is a little bit heavier loaded than some of the other regions. So we're actually going to thinking about maybe trying to split region 2 or region 1 and provide 2 regional trainings, since there's so many of you in that. And then also note that if you can't make the regional training in your area, you're welcome to travel, and of course everybody's invited to all of these, you know, so if you're willing to make the travel, then you come. So I'm going to launch another poll question. Let's see, stop sharing results. And this one is to kind of just, it's very preliminary to kind of see what your preferred dates and times for a regional training would be. So if you can pull up your calendar, if you have it available, select your top 2 choices. And this will help us kind of divvy out and see if there's consistency among your region. Okay.
Last time only 26 answered.
Okay. Everybody have a chance to respond? Okay. I'm going to close the poll. So this will help guide us. And then again, we'll kind of, we'll reach out to you guys more as after we kind of look at these results and figure out who selected what, and talk about specific dates, who would want to host it in the area, and then what our topics would be. So just kind of look for more information about that. Tiffany and her CTEC team will also be helping with some of those trainings. So they're going to be collecting a little bit more specific training needs over the next couple months. And hopefully that will help us bring more tailored needed trainings to you guys. And also the regional training allows you to invite not just you as staff members, but if you have other community members in your area that need that or want to build their skills in certain areas, we want to make this as accessible as possible. I know a lot of you guys end up being kind of the gatekeepers to a lot of the training information. So it'd be nice if we could sort of spread that love to people in your community by bringing the trainings to you instead of having you have to come to us. Okay. We also got a copy of this map in that email this morning, so you can kind of know who's an ACORNS grantee in your area. If you want to partner up with somebody or you have questions, you kind of know who your neighbors are. Okay, next. Okay, webinars. Again, this whole list, you don't feel like you have to write it all down. We sent this to you in a PDF just an hour ago. But these are the webinars that we have planned based off the training needs results. Thursday in the morning was the best time for everybody in general. So our monthly and monthly was the top requested. So we're going to hold our monthly webinars. They're going to be the second Thursday of the month from 10 to 11 a.m. They'll always be recorded, and we'll post them onto our YouTube account so you can watch them if you missed the date. We will likely add a couple more webinars that are tobacco related, but for now this is what we'll start with, and then if there's more additional things or by request, we'll add to that. So some fun topics, and just to note that I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the 20th, the February 20th, that's out of line. That's just already set. It's going to be put on by California Smoker Helpline. Lou Warner, many of you know, is a really awesome advocate in tobacco for AIN communities, and she's going to be presenting for that. And then also the June webinar falls in line with our resource meeting, so it's going to be moved up to the first week of June. So just a couple things to know. Okay, Julie.
So moving on to technical assistance and other forms of communication. This morning, Geneva sent out a technical assistance log, a PDF fillable form. If you guys need any sort of assistance, please fill those out and email them back to me, and then I know where to disseminate it. Either you're needing something from Eugene or Geneva or one of the CITE folks, please get those out to me. I will be continuing to share any sort of resources through our newsflash bi-weekly. So it's going to be bi-weekly. It's going to include the resources, funding opportunities, and success stories. So if you guys have any success stories or anything that you want me to share, please email that over to me and I will make sure that it's included into the newsflash. You guys all should have my email, jv@crib.org. And just kind of flashing back to what Geneva was saying earlier, the reason why we have these regions and the reason why we want you guys to know where everybody's at is because we want you guys to be chatting. We are in our 5th and final year, and sustainability of your projects, getting to know each other, becoming familiar with what your projects are. If you have any, when this project ends, we're still going to be here, but we want you guys to be able to reach out to each other and use each other as resources. So that's why we're really wanting you guys to know where everyone's located. If you have any questions or you need any sort of assistance at all, you can call me, email me. I'll get back to you in a very timely manner. Okay, guys?
And also now that we have Al Nino, who you introduced himself earlier, he's the epidemiologist, so he can also provide data-related technical assistance if you're writing a grant. Like Carol, the grant writer, said, she's available and super eager to support anybody that needs grant writing assistance, whether that be coming and providing a training for your community or giving you one-on-one support for a grant application that you're working on. And then, of course, like we are able to come up with trainings and or connect you to resources that you might need. So, and if you do it through of course, you can always email us and just ask for support. But if you, for our own tracking, it's helpful to fill out the TA request form and send that our way. Okay. Okay, Eugene, take it away.
So as we enter our 5th year, I wanted to make some changes to reporting that's going to be done. So there are 4 big changes that are going to be happening. So reporting is like anything that you submit to us after your application. So like progress reports, final report, and other forms that we need. And so the new format will be in an Excel spreadsheet. And so hopefully everyone has Microsoft Office and they have Excel. And by doing this, I hope to get you a little bit more familiar with Excel. A lot of people have it, and so it's a really good way to kind of start evaluating your own programs and building your own capacity. Next is reduce number of questions. So basically, Geneva, me, and Julie sat down and we decided, what do we not need to ask, just to make this easier for you. And so we took out all the questions that we found that were maybe just a little bit unnecessary or we're doubling up on. And so we cut all those questions, and so the progress report is shorter. Next, it mirrors your work plan and outcomes and evaluation form. So these are forms that you submitted in your application at the beginning of the year. And so in order to complete your progress report, you're going to have to use those forms. I will be showing you examples in the next few slides, but honestly, it's just really simple. You kind of just copy, paste, and then fill in the questions. And lastly, it's a consolidated form. So I'll show you what that means. Next slide. And so this is what it's going to be looking like. This is the first page. You can see on the bottom bar, if you can click twice, Geneva, please. There's going to be a bottom row, and those are going to be just Excel tabs that go from the instructions to progress report 1, progress report 2, all the way to the final report, eval. And so basically all your forms are consolidated. I know last year, and if you were on year 4, you saw that we had like 5, 6 different Microsoft Word documents that you would have to be submitting every time. And it would just get kind of cumbersome to open each one, fill it out, and then things got lost. So I think in total, if you did all the PSCs and all the different subject areas, you would probably be sending in like, I think by the end of the year, 13 different Word documents. So everything is in one file, and it's going to be a working file. So I'm going to be making changes to it and sending it back to you. So this is what you're going to be working with all year. So the first page is introductions. The next page, if you can click, please, is going to be, this is PR number 1. So it gives you kind of the cycle of when it is, and then as well as just a few questions to ask. And then everything is going to be interactive. So there's going to be drop-down menus as well as kind of things that auto-populate. And so from there, I can just kind of put that into my Excel spreadsheets and get you guys data really quickly. So this can give you guys snapshots throughout the year after each progress report of what you guys are doing, how like the status of everyone's project and the objectives, and also just kind of problem areas that we might see and what we can do to troubleshoot throughout the year versus seeing it at the end of the year. Next slide, please. And so this is just kind of the right side of the form. It might seem a little long, but I promise you'll get used to it. And if you aren't familiar with Excel, I will be submitting other things that will help you kind of be able to get familiar with it. And honestly, it's a really good skill to have. Next slide. And so the Excel file will be released on Monday, December 17th. The first progress report will actually be due January 19th. So that'll give you like around a month to start filling it out, and then kind of troubleshooting the first time you're filling it out. What you'll be receiving is the ACORNS Face2 reporting tool, which is what you just saw, as well as a sample form. So Geneva and I will go in and we'll kind of mock up an example form, and then you can kind of use that as an example to what you guys should be doing. And of course, always, if you do have any questions, you can reach out to us. The CITE form will be exactly the same, and it will also have its own, it'll be slightly different actually, but it'll also have a sample form to help guide you. And lastly, I will create another PowerPoint, which can be viewed as a video, and that will kind of just walk you through the steps of how to complete the form. Does anyone have any questions as of right now? Nothing.
I think just one thing I want to add briefly is that One thing, if you remember anything, just know that the work plan template, which has your objectives and your activities and your, the staff responsible and all that, and then your outcomes and evaluation template are probably the two most important documents that you'll need to be using and working from. So you're going to be pretty much mirroring or copying your approved work plan that you submitted after your technical review and your outcomes and evaluation, and putting those into your reporting document and reporting just on those things. So you're using that work plan as your sort of living document and tracking your work and going through those timelines. So the reporting template pretty much copies those two forms. So if you are familiar with any two forms out of all the ones we give you, have it be those two.
Yeah, thank you, Geneva. Yes, and if you, I know that, Geneva and I kind of vetted through your applications very carefully, and we're kind of very picky about what we wanted. And that honestly is just so later on throughout the year, it becomes way easier. Having the right indicators and having the right, data collection methods, doing that correctly right now means that later on, it'll just be easy. You just write exactly what you did versus trying to kind of scramble and figure out what you can do in the situation. Next slide. You're muted. Geneva, you're muted.
I was doing so well. Okay, so you just see me talking with my hands. Okay, so success stories. We had you guys add all of these to your work plans. And that is because CDC is sort of asking us, because it's our 5th and final year, to have and demonstrate some success of this project. I think there is some good chance that we'll get refunded for another 5 years, but that's not for sure. And they're really kind of asking for our stories. So this can be a story that demonstrates your project process or your project impact. So some of you might have kind of taken a journey as an individual and as a program manager or as a grant manager or as an organization, and you kind of want to document the journey that you've had kind of managing this project or growing with this project on a personal development kind of thing, or how you've learned to work with your community. That would be kind of more a process story. The impact story would be how is this impacting individuals or health or your community in a positive way, right? Or how is it promoting wellness? So you can really be, it doesn't have to be a giant summary of, a giant summary of your entire project. It can be focused on just one person's story. It can be focused on one aspect of your project. It's really up to you. The format is also flexible. There is a template sheet that CDC has offered, is a success story template where you would just do a little write-up, and it has a already made format where you can insert a photo, and it just makes it look really professional pretty easily. Mm-hmm. That works. Some people like to do narrated PowerPoints with some photos. Some people maybe prefer to do an audio recording, so thinking kind of podcast vibes or something where you just tell a story. Other people might want to go digital video. Some people want to do photo voice. So there's a whole ton of different ways that you could go about doing it. It's really about what works for you. If you need support, we do have nice audio equipment. Eugene is actually a professional photographer on the side, and can help. So there's a lot of resources. Mariah and her team are great with the video stuff. I know that one of the folks from Riverside said he's done digital stories and would love to teach that if people are interested. So the resources are here, but just letting us know what you need is the most helpful thing, because everyone's going to probably want to do it differently. Also know that the story can be from a previous project year. So it doesn't have to be from this ACORNS year. If there's something that was really awesome that happened in a previous year that you really want to tell or share, you can do that. So it's technically due September 29th, which is just the last day of the project year. But please start thinking about it and discussing it and making your plan early so you can make sure that you capture the things that you want to capture. and take the photos that you want to, take. And we're available to help you in this process. And then we are also working on how we're going to collect those and disseminate those. So I think what we are thinking is if there's a good number of written success stories, we might develop like a booklet or something like that that kind of shows, puts those all together in a pretty way, and we can share that out with the different success stories throughout the projects. Definitely we'll be sharing them higher up to CDC or to our stakeholders in here at CRIB, and kind of learning how over the last 5 years we've improved health and wellness in Indian country, because you guys have been doing a lot of really, really awesome work. I think it's important to share that. Does anyone have questions about that? Oh yeah. Yes, Eugene.
Awesome. Does anyone have questions? No? So these are your individual success stories. And so what we as CRIB and the ACORNSCITE team, what we're going to try to do this year is also kind of put together a video just kind of summarizing all of our subcontractors. So kind of making a video just encompassing what ACORNS is and the impact that it has on the Native American community in California. And so we are going to be coming out with, what we're going to be doing next. And so if you want to be involved, please reach out. It'll hopefully be, a short little video that will kind of encapsulate this program.
Elena asked if video documentation or video interviews would work. The answer is yes. I think another important question to ask is ask maybe your boss or your organization or even your council or somebody if what they would like to see. So maybe they would love to have a video to show at the health center TV, or maybe they would love to have a video to show at an upcoming council meeting, or maybe an upcoming community event. So, get some input from other people in the community about what they would like to see. And that might help guide, how you go about doing that.
Even a booklet to accompany the video.
Yeah, so you could make a booklet version. Yeah, so lots of good ideas. And if you have an idea, let us know so we can share it out to other people and kind of share the love a little bit, because you guys are all very creative. Any other suggestions or thoughts on the success stories? Does that make people feel really scared, or do you feel like it's manageable? Cool.
Anyone?
I'm excited for it.
Cool.
I think it will be easy.
Yeah, you got the PowerPoint skills.
Yeah.
I've seen them. Okay, cool. So we'll kind of send out some more stuff. We're going to have a little, one of our webinars will be talking about success stories, and then hopefully at the resource meeting, we can, if you have maybe a story or an idea, but you're not really sure how to develop it into an actual story, or that there's one person that really loved your wellness program and you want to figure out how to feature that, we can kind of help you. If you give us the idea, we can work with you to develop that story idea and make it, kind of let it grow into something that you can share out. So again, it's that communication. Ask us if you need support, and we'll try to reach out and make ourselves available. Okay. Moving right along. We might even end early, which is never my strength. Oh, okay. So here's just a couple of versions of success stories. So this is the template. The one on the left is the template that CDC has. So it kind of just has these blocks, and you can easily add a photo, and it makes it look really professional and legit. And then doing something audio, doing a PowerPoint. Okay. Eugene.
Hi, am I on?
You're on.
Awesome. Okay, so next, this is the last thing, I'll make it quick. It's ESAG. So ESAG stands for the Evaluation Stakeholder Advisory Group. So what the purpose of ESAG is it guides ACORNS evaluation in an advisory capacity. And what that means is that we'll have meetings around quarterly to kind of discuss the evaluation process of ACORNS and kind of make changes throughout the program to better the program. So that would include like using my evaluation findings each quarter and kind of making decisions and impressions and what we can, working as a team to kind of decide what we could do to make the program better. It is a requirement, so I have to conduct board meetings and have a team to do it. So if you are even remotely interested, it would be great to have your participation. There are a few people that I saw today, on the call that are on ESAG, and so hopefully they'll continue doing it. And honestly, it's really nice because not only do you get to provide feedback and help guide the program as a whole, but you also kind of get to get a deeper level of how the program is working, as well as develop your own capacity. Next slide, please. So basically, we're calling anyone who's interested in ESAG to come out. It only takes 4 meetings, so 2 in person and 2 meetings via webinar. And they're not that long, definitely shorter than this meeting. And I would be, like an example of a meeting would be like, I'd bring you kind of the results from progress report 1 and, kind of my findings and create a little report and then give it to you. You guys could read it, see what you guys like about it, and we can kind of make changes to what we would be doing during the progress report 2 time. And that would just happen throughout the year. Is there a question right now? Awesome. And if you know anyone that's not here on the call right now that would be interested, definitely send them my way. I will be sending out another email that you can kind of respond to, so I'll put you on the email list to be on ESAG. And it's not too much of a commitment. It really is just kind of 4 meetings, and most likely you'll be at those meetings anyways.
Okay. Hey. Next slide. Okay, so this is actually the end of our presentation. Does anyone have any questions or comments or concerns about anything that we went over, things about your project specifically, concerns about anything?
If you could send me more info about the ESAG, I'll be interested.
I'll bring snacks, so.
Is that you, Daniel?
Huh?
Is that you, Daniel?
Yeah, please. Okay. Thank you.
We would also be interested in more of the ESAG information as well.
Who's this? That's Catherine from Elon. Okay.
And yes, Geneva, this is Norma. Monique would be interested in myself for the ESAG, but she's more centralized than I am. So yeah, we just need dates and make sure we don't have conflicts.
No problem.
Okay,
and Lo and Round Valley. And Lo and Julia Russ from Round Valley.
Okay.
So I have a question for, I had contacted Lou for the Project Sun that we were going to be doing in January. And she emailed it, or she forwarded it to Dr. Soto, but I never heard anything. So I don't know. I do need the student handbooks because I have the teacher's manual. But I do not know who to get a hold of for that.
Okay, yeah, we can reach out to her on your behalf and make sure. So when are you guys trying to start your class?
In January.
January. Okay. And how many booklets do you think you're going to need? Or like how much your class size?
Like 15 to 20.
15 to 20. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll reach out to her today and see if we can't get you set up.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Anything else?
Is everyone excited? Is everyone getting work done?
Woohoo! We're excited.
Woohoo! Is that Lucretia? So here is all our contact information and our boy band photo. So both of which are super important.
You feel like you need to print it out and put it up in your office to have our contact info.
Huh?
You want to print it out, put it up.
Put it above your desk, you know, motivation every morning when you go to work. Okay, cool. So
Her name is Carol.
Huh?
I'm from Julia Russ. Reach out.
What? Okay, well, that's all we have for today. So if you guys don't have any questions, we'll sign off a little bit early. Thank you for giving us so much of your time and it bleeding into lunch a little bit. And oh, the grant writer's name is Carol Madum. I'll write her name in here. Carol Madum, and it's cmadumcrib.org.
So remember, if you guys can all get back to me as soon as possible so I know camping versus hotel. Super important for me to coordinate.
And we might just like send out like a little SurveyMonkey link or something that says like estimated number of people that you plan on bringing and what those continued lodging needs would be, just so we can make sure we accommodate for everybody. And also with some more information about some of those sessions. So get thinking about it and ask people if they're interested. There's a couple of stuff I saw in the chat, like a yoga or like a native plant board game. So they're all like really fun, applicable ideas that you guys can learn there and then take back to your communities to kind of help promote things.
Nice.
So cool. All right. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and enjoy your lunch. And we're here if you need us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody have a good day.
Yeah.
See you. Stay safe. Wear your seatbelts. That's my intervention still, yeah. Keep the kids in car seats. No, we still gotta upload our video. Oh, Larry got on. Okay. Martin.
Maybe Martin Martinez.
Okay.